Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here, and today we are going to be reviewing part 2 of the Crusade, The Night of Jaffa, which is of course a reconstruction as episode 2 is missing. But it's a pretty good reconstruction. There are a lot of telesnaps, and even the shots that are reused are used well and smartly. It does a good job of conveying what's going on in the story for the most part. The strength of this episode is the fact that the story is very strong in this episode. I like all the stuff going on. It does a good job of focusing on different people. Like the Doctor itself isn't in it as much. He has a bit of a role in an ensemble setting with him, Vicky, Ian, all talking with Richard. And then he has that one scene when he's dealing with the shop owner he stole the clothes from, where he's very clever. That scene when he's pointing out to the Chamberlain, well, how could I have stole the clothes from you and from him? Very clever. The first Doctor, once again, the first Doctor always feels in control of the situation. He never feels out of control of what's going on. And events are moving in a pace that he is okay with. He never feels behind, which is something the first Doctor is good at, always being in control. Is really good here. It's nice that you got the stuff going on with him, the stuff going on with Ian. We have some stuff going on with Barbara, and even the guest cast get moments to shine. It's a nice little ensemble piece, which I'm really enjoying. Julian Glover continues to impress me as Richard. Again, being more like a televised play at this point in Doctor Who's history. He does come across, you can tell that he's theatrically trained. He has a very theatrical performance. His voice, even though we can't see the footage, we only see the telesnaps, his voice is very booming and comes across very well, very kingly. Kingly. I like that Ian gets knighted. I didn't know that happened. I'd never learned that before. So that's cool. I like that he's, Sir Ian, a Knight of Jaffa. I love that. That's cool. That has to be, for someone who is a teacher, a history teacher, that has to be such a cool moment for Ian. I am continued to be impressed with the entire cast. The guy playing Sir William is good. The guy playing the leader of the Egyptians, it's not Saladin, but something like that. He has an odd name, it's hard for me to say. But he continues to impress. He's not in the episode a lot, but he continues to impress. I am really enjoying Jacqueline Hill as Barbara. The only rough spot in the episode, due to the episode being missing, is right at the end, because there's not really any dialogue. It's basically just stuff happening on the screen. Basically, Barbara trying to get away and hide. And it's hard to communicate that just with the telesnaps and the incidental music. I mean, I get what's going on, sorta. I don't quite know how she got away to where she's running. But I mean, there's not much you can do there. There's no dialogue. Those last couple minutes, at least it seems like a couple minutes, are just stuff happening on the screen, because of course 60s Doctor Who is, like 60s television, was slower paced. So it's a bit of a jumble. There's a lot of different telesnaps flicking back and forth, and they give you kind of an idea of what's happening, but it really doesn't get it across as well as having the episode would naturally. And that was really the only rough patch, was right there at the end when we got to the cliffhanger. And we see Barbara hiding and people looking for her. Other than that, the telesnaps do a good job. I'm liking how the story's progressing. I'm enjoying that. I like the fact that Richard seems like a good and noble person. But the Egyptian ruler seems, noble and wise as well. And maybe them trying to meet an agreement for peace. Jean Marsh, what I can get from the telesnaps is great. She looks stunning, I might add. Absolutely stunning. Her performance, from what I can get from the audio and the pictures, is very nice. I'm looking forward to seeing more of her, since this is the first episode to feature her. She wasn't in part 1. I'm enjoying her thus far. I'm really liking the episode. I find it interesting they think Vicky's a boy. I guess she's wearing the boy clothes they stole. His voice just hasn't broken yet. I find that amusing that nobody looks at Vicky and obviously goes, that's a girl. She's just a very feminine boy. And everybody's just like, okay. I don't know. That amused me a bit. But I'm enjoying it so far. Being halfway through the story now, I am liking it a lot. I enjoy historicals. I wish we'd get more of them. So I'm liking it. So, The Night of Jaffa, what do you think of it? And have you seen the new Reconstruction on the box set? And what do you think of it? Comment down below and let me know. Other things to do, click the like button and the subscribe button. That helps me out, and I certainly appreciate it. I also have a Patreon if you like what I do and would like to support what I do. There's a link to that down in the description below. That does help me keep bills paid. I want to give a shout out to some of my top tier patrons, Finn Perkins, Stephen Collins, and Colin Coney. I appreciate Stephen Collins. Did I say that? Stephen Crane. I have a lot of trouble saying names in rapid succession. I do appreciate their continued support, as I do the support of all of my patrons. And I also have a P.O. box if there's anything you would like to send me, as well as a link to my Amazon wish list is down there as well. Most importantly though, thank you for watching.